Andreas, I have a question.
Mhm.
Is there any scenario that maybe you have seen um, that in data engineering that interlinks the use of multiple cloud services? For example, AWS and GCP used in the same sort of common end goal?
How this is very what people are doing very often is when you look at the platform, and Arvind, we were talking about this yesterday, also about the that on the bottom is always the analytics part, where people actually use that to build an analytics platform on GCP and have the other stuff on Azure, or where they connect the platforms. Most of the time, how people do this is via S3 or via the file storage, because this is easy to actually interlink. The other stuff is not that trivial to have actually to connect multiple clouds together from a data security standpoint.
Makes sense.
And it's hard to manage, right? People like the idea of dealing with one vendor. Like if you spread out your machines across all the machines, then
Right.
it's hard to manage.
Yeah.
That's true. But you've seen GCP has, for instance, BigQuery has options. I think BigQuery had options to actually read from S3, or was that
In data flow.
or data flow? Some stuff. I think also these tools like Snowflake, you were actually very independent on where to run it.
Right.
So you could say you install your Snowflake on GCP, or run your Snowflake on GCP. You don't really install it, and then access resources on S3. But directly connect stuff, it's tricky.
Yeah, I'm just wondering if there was a scenario where, I don't know, let's say an organization currently uses AWS, right? And then they take on a client or a project that, has already pre-built sort of infrastructure in a different cloud platform. So would that process be, to sort of migrate over into their existing AWS, or to take on what the client currently has? I don't know. I'm just thinking about scenarios where both could possibly be used.
The question is always, how do you integrate this? Do you want to do a full integration, or do you only want to do partial integration? This scenario you can find in larger companies where actually different parts of the company can use different cloud platforms and different teams work on different ones. Sometimes it makes sense. For instance, if you want to do something with IoT, then most likely you want to go towards Azure or towards AWS. Although maybe if you already have a GCP, or if you're on GCP, because it's maybe not what you were looking for, right? So then you need to find a way of actually basically sending that data over. It's not that trivial. So I don't know. Well, this is more our case by case thing. You have to look at what are they doing, how does the data go over. Do you need to do some streaming? Can you implement some sort of a VPN connection between the two clouds where you actually then connect them? But then it's, as Ram said, the management then is always a bit of the problem. Who's responsible for each, and how is the data security going to be solved?